Hey friends, welcome to Dough and Discipline. Today we're going to get into Tinsel Thursday. That's right, my friends. I am finally stuffing my Christmas binder on camera. I know that you guys are unfamiliar with it and have not seen them, but I'm gonna do a quick run through of the binders and we're gonna hop to it today. I hope that you're having a fantastic week. Do not fret, my friends. The weekend is coming. It is nearing, and hopefully all of us can unwind. I am Tony, a wife and mom of 2 boys. I enjoy playing games and fun savings challenges with awesome aesthetics to save money for my family so that we can reach some important goals. Hang out with me for a while. All right, so here we go. We have our Grinch binder. Here is my personalized Grinch binder, and I will make sure that I tag the individual who made the binder for me. That is going to be Planning Rissa. And then I have a nice charm that came from a different shop. And again, I'll tag everyone, okay? And I'm just a girl who loves Grinch. All right, so inside this binder, we have a savings challenge, $1,000 savings challenge from the Little Potato Saver. And it's pretty cut and dry. So we got some cutesy Christmas animals going on, and each section has different values that you need to save and check off. Once you save those values and check them off, I have the money in the back of each envelope. Again, I checked off anything that I've saved and placed the money in the back, okay? And so you continue to do that for multiple sections. There are a total of 10 sections with the savings challenge, okay? 10 sections. And at the end of those 10 sections, you save a total of $1,000, okay? Also inside these binders, inside this binder, I have a few other Christmas savings challenges. So I'll flip through those really quickly. So again, not a ton, you know, very simple way to save $1,000. I already have some money put away in my high yield savings, but I need to get on the good foot and get in this Christmas binder. All right, so again, this is a secondary binder, but this is the primary binder. All right, I'm gonna check the view real quick to make sure you guys can see. And you guys know I like the aesthetics, so we got a little razzle dazzle in our Christmas binder. All right, so today we are going to be working with a total of 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $125, okay? And as you can see, we have a Grinch theme envelope with some savings challenges inside them. Again, I'm just going to do a quick flip through. And we just got a variety of savings challenges to include sticker challenges. We have some faith-based. I have disassembled a book and used a book's pages in here as well. So again, this just gives you a quick flip through of our Christmas binder. Now today we're only going to be working, I think probably in the first 3 envelopes, okay? The first 3 envelopes. So I have my handy dandy calculator off to the side where I will tally the amounts that's needed for each envelope, okay? So let's hop into it, my friends. All right, first up, we're gonna see which envelope we're gonna start in. So I got a D3. All right, we're gonna start in envelope number 3, and let's see how many challenges we're going to be stretching in envelope number 3. All right, so we got 3 for 3. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. All right, first up, we have our cute kitty, Bah Humbug. This comes to us from Chaos Budgeting. My good friend Ash over there designed this challenge. And let's go ahead and knock out 3. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 2, 6, 5, and 2. $13 total. All right, let me make sure this is stretched good, guys. I'm a stickler about the not leaving stretch off stuff everywhere. I don't like my envelopes to get dirty. All right, so again, $13. I'm putting $13 on our calculator. All right, next up, we're back at it again. Envelope number 2. And we're going to be stretching 4. 1, 2. And we're going to do 4. All right, this should be fun. This savings challenge comes to us from Save with Judy. Miss Judy created this challenge, and this was actually a free challenge on the live. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to actually obtain this in the shop. Okay, so again, we're going to do 4 stretches. And we're just going to go straight down. All right, it's telling us that we have to roll a D4, a D6, a D4 again, and lastly, a D3. All right, so 2 D4s, D3, and D6. All right, guys, let's get to it. D4, D4, D6, D3. All right, so we have 4, 2, 6, 1, 7, and 3, 10. So again, 4, 2, 3, 1, 6, 9, $10. All right, we're adding the $10 to our calculator. All right, we're up to $23. And I'm going to do something really quick since we're up to $23. In section 2 of our binder, we have a $20 space that is available. So what I will do is grab a pen, check it off, and out of that 23, I'm going to go ahead and take 20. All right, so now we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $95. And that concludes section number 2. That's all the money that we need for section number 2. So section number 1 saved $105, and section number 2 saved $95, which puts us at $200 in our $1,000 little potato saver. Okay. All right, so anything else that we save today, we'll start section number 3. And I'm going to go to the back really quickly. Let me recheck section 1. And now section 2 gets checked off as well. All right, great. I'm going to let that dry for just a second before I bring that back on camera. All right, so now we just got a remaining balance of 3 on the calculator. 3. All right, let's get the rolling again, guys. All right, envelope number 3. Uh-oh. 1. 1, 2, 3. Envelope number 3, and we're going to do 1. I really don't like 1, so let's add something to that 1. So 1 plus, let's do this. All right, 1 plus 7. All right, 1 plus 7. So we're going to do 8 icons from the 3rd envelope, okay? 8 icons. All right, so we're gonna work on our sticker challenge. We have a $50 hot cocoa sticker challenge that comes to us from our good friend, Kim, okay? Budgeting with Kim. All right, so again, we have 8 to do. So I'm gonna say 4 and 4, 4 and 4. So we'll do 4 stretch offs and 4 stickers. All right, let's get to it, my friends. 5, 6, 3, and 5. That is 19. And we're adding 19 to our calculator. All right, so remember, friends, we aren't housing the money in our main binder. We're housing the money in our little potato saver binder, which we're trying to get up to $1,000. So at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our 4 sticker challenges. So we're going to go ahead and pull these stickers. All right, so we're going to start with our hot cocoa with a candy cane for $4. All right, and I'm adding $4 to the calculator. Next up, we're going to do another 4 with our red cup of hot cocoa. And I'm trying to be very careful with the tweezers because these sticker challenges are like doing surgery and I don't want to damage it in any way. All right. We added our other 4. All right, we need 2 more. We'll do our blue cup. I like this blue cup with a little gingerbread guy. All right, he is valued at $6. At $6. All right, we're up to 36. And last but certainly not least, we're going to go ahead and do a candy cane for $4. Okay, a candy cane for $4. All right, guys, hold on a second. There we go. $4. All right, we are up to $40. $40. All right, friends. So again, on the calculator, we're up to $40. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take $40, 20, 30, 40, and we're gonna see what we can get accomplished on our 3rd section of our little potato saver. Again, we're working now towards 300. All right, so we got 40. We can do a 20 and a 20. All right, so in order for us to complete this 3rd section, we need $60 more, okay? $60 more. All right, so I'm gonna sit this off to the side. Not gonna put it in yet. Again, just giving it an opportunity to dry. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and start working. Let's see. All right, we still got a good amount of money left, so let's work on some other challenges, okay? So let's get to it. Envelope number 2, 5. All right, 5 in envelope number 2. So let's pull a challenge from envelope number 2. So let's see. I think I'm going to do 3 and then 2. All right, this challenge comes to us from Bookish Mama Budgets, values 3 through 7, and it saves a total of $45. All right, so let's get to it. I will stretch 3 from this one. All right, the first one was $3. The second is $7. And the third is $6. So again, those numbers were 3, 7, and 6. And I'm going to go ahead and add 3, 7, 6. All right, and now we're going to stretch our 2 back from our Save with Judy challenge. All right, we got to roll a D8 and a D3. A D8 and a D3. All right, friends, let's get to it. D8 and a D3. All right, let's see. Sorry for the noise from my little dice. All right, there's my 8, and where's my 3? All right, so we got a D8 and D3. All right, we have a 6 and a 1. All right, 6 and a 1. Awesome. We are now up to $23 on the calculator. $23. We'll keep going. All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit if I don't get a 1 because I want to get in my 1. Let's see. Can I get a 1? Nope. 3. I'm not going back to 3 right now. So I'm going to use my executive authority, and we're going to envelope number 1. Envelope number 1. Because I got some cool stuff in envelope number 1 that I want to stretch. All right, so we got an actual Grinch card set. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head who this comes from, but I will list it on the screen in editing, okay? And so these values are 4 through 8 on this card. This one is 1 through 9. Am I going to use 1 through 9? All right, so let's see. How many are we going to be stretching? 3. We'll start off with 3. All right, let's see, guys. All right, that's a 7. That's a 9 for 16. And that's an 8. All right, so I'm entering on my calculator. Plus 7, plus 9, plus 8. All right, so we're up to $47. $47. So we'll put those back. All right, now I'm going to stop cheating and we'll go back to the regular scheduled dice program. All right, envelope number 2. And from envelope number 2, 5. All right, 1, 2. All right, so we're going to pull back out Lindsay's challenge from Bookish Mama Budgets. All right, that's a 4, a 5. All right, so I'm adding 9 to the calculator, and then we need to do 3 more. 7, and a 3. All right, we're at $66. I need to check and see if we got enough money while I'm stretching my life away and playing around with y'all. All right, so we're gonna put Lindsay's challenge back. All right, so right now we owe this binder $66. But do we have it is the question. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65? Really? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65. Y'all, I'm $1 in the hole. Oh my goodness. Where can I get this dollar from? Where can I steal $1 from? Hold on, guys. Whew. I gotta go in my side binder, get a little dollar. All right, I'm gonna steal $1. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, $66. All right, so let me make sure my math is mathing before I cross all of this out. On section number 3, we have 25 plus 20 plus 20. Okay, I gotta start over, guys. Hold on. 25 plus 10 plus 25 plus 20 plus 20. All right, it should be $100. $100. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. All right, let me count that just to make sure. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have finished yet another section, okay? So we are now officially to the $300 mark on our little potato saver. All right. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna bank drop this money, guys, because I'm up to 300 and I can drop that in my high yield savings in my Christmas bucket at Ally. All right, and so this $6, we can't do anything yet because the lowest value for number 4 is 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop it open, move my bookmark because we're making progress, guys. We're making progress. So now we are here. Wait a minute. No, I did something wrong. Child, why did I check off section 5? Y'all, what am I doing? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be in section 3. And I'm all the way checking off in section 5 back here. I guess it really don't matter. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see. This was 75, 85. So, yeah, this was going to be 100 as well. So, it really didn't matter. But because I can't, you know, I don't function that way. So, let me go ahead and do it the correct way. Christmas challenges got me hyped. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to clean off my other card. But this does total 100, 25, 50, 75, 90, 100. All right. All right, guys, I'm just drying it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you're having a fantastic time. I got to clean number 5 off with some alcohol since I messed that one up. All right, now we're going to be starting here in section 4 when we hop back in this book. I don't know if we're going to be back in this month. I might just save the money and we hop in next month. For the time being, I'm going to put the extra $6 in the back of number 4 and we'll work it that way. Now I need to go to the back and cross off section number 3. 300. All right, guys, I hope that you had fun with me today. It has been a pleasure as always. We are doing the same thing that we always do here at Dough and Discipline. We are being disciplined about our dough.